Did you know that many of the financial worries we face daily can be resolved with something simple, yet powerful? Organization. The truth is, financial stress isn't just about how much money comes into your account. It's about how you manage it. Imagine being able to control every dollar you earn, having a clear picture of your expenses, and feeling the peace of mind that comes from knowing you're on track to meet your goals. Sounds far-fetched? It doesn't have to be. Today, I'm going to share a practical method to efficiently plan your family budget and eliminate financial stress for good. This isn't just another video with generic tips here. You'll learn strategies that truly work. Whether you're starting from scratch or looking to improve your financial management skills. After years of helping families transform their relationship with money, I've realized something crucial. Organization doesn't have to be complicated. Small changes in how we handle our finances can make a huge difference in our quality of life. If you're ready to change the way you manage your family's money, stick with me. What you'll learn here could be the first step toward transforming not just your finances, but also your peace of mind and confidence in the future. Have you ever had that feeling of working so hard, only to look at your bank account at the end of the month and wonder, where did all my money go? That's a reality many families face. The stress of paying bills, dealing with debt, or even worrying about the future can feel unavoidable. But the good news is it doesn't have to be that way. Often, the problem isn't how much money we make, but how we manage it. Invisible expenses, like small purchases that seem harmless at the moment, can add up and sabotage the family budget. On top of that, without a clear plan, important priorities like education, healthcare, and savings often take a back seat. This leads to frustration, arguments, and, of course, more stress. Now, imagine something different. A life where money is an ally, not a constant source of worry. Where every dollar has a clear purpose, and you can focus on what truly matters. That's what financial planning is all about, and that's exactly what you'll learn here today. By the way, before we dive in, have you subscribed to the channel yet? If not, click the subscribe button now, and turn on notifications, so you won't miss any tips that could transform your finances and your life. In the next step, we'll explore solutions together that will transform the way you organize your family finances. It's not complicated. It's about clarity, strategy, and a bit of discipline. The solution to financial stress is closer than you think. The secret isn't in complex formulas or impossible sacrifices, but in organizing your finances in a simple and effective way. Today, we'll focus on a practical 4-step method. First, we'll uncover exactly where your money is going. This means gaining a clear picture of your income and expenses, an essential step for any real change. Next, we'll talk about setting your family's priorities so your money is spent on what truly matters. Then, we'll dive into the famous 50-30-20 rule, an easy-to-apply approach that balances needs, wants, and savings. Finally, we'll discuss building an emergency fund, which gives you the security to handle life's unexpected events without compromising your finances. These steps are simple, yet powerful, and with them, you'll gain the control you've always wanted. Now that you know what we'll cover, get ready to transform your family finances. Let's start with the first step, understanding where your money is going. The first step to organizing your family budget is simple but crucial. Figure out exactly where your money is going. Without this understanding, planning or making significant changes is impossible. This isn't just about noting the big expenses like rent or utility bills, but also the small amounts that seem harmless at the moment, but can add up and take a considerable toll on your budget. Start by mapping out all sources of family income. Whether it's a steady salary, side gigs, or investment earnings, everything should be recorded. Then, do the same for expenses. A good strategy is to separate spending into 3 categories: fixed, variable, and invisible. Fixed expenses are essential and predictable, like rent, utilities, and groceries. Variable expenses include things like entertainment, transportation, and occasional purchases. Invisible expenses, these are the sneaky ones. It could be a daily coffee, a forgotten streaming subscription, or impulse buys you barely notice. Technology can be a huge ally here. Financial tracking apps like Mint, YNAB, You Need a Budget, or even a simple Excel spreadsheet can make recording everything much easier. Prefer the traditional method? A notebook works just as well. The key is consistency. Track absolutely everything for at least a month to get a complete picture of your financial reality. What should you do with this information? Analyze it. Identify where most of your money is going, and, most importantly, pinpoint the expenses that can be reduced or eliminated. This clarity is liberating because it puts you in control. By taking this first step, you're laying the foundation for a better financial future. One where your money works for you and your family's priorities, not the other way around. Now, here's a challenge for you. Throughout this week, write down every single expense you make. You'll be surprised by what you discover. With this insight, you'll be ready for the next step, defining your family's financial priorities. Once you understand where your money is going, it's time to take the next step, defining your family's financial priorities. This stage is crucial because, without clear priorities, it's easy to spend money on things that don't truly deliver the returns you're looking for, whether that's security, comfort, or achieving your dreams. The goal here is to align your family's objectives and decide what truly matters. For some families, it might mean saving for their children's education. For others, it could be paying off debt or building an emergency fund. Naturally, every family will have its own priorities based on their values and needs. Start by sitting down with everyone in the household who contributes to or is impacted by the budget. This meeting doesn't need to be formal, but should encourage open dialogue. Ask questions like, what are our goals? What truly matters? Write down the answers and rank them in order of priority. This exercise not only helps set clear goals, but also aligns expectations, reducing financial conflicts. For example, if leisure is important to everyone, you can allocate a monthly amount to this category without guilt. Conversely, if saving is a priority, everyone can agree to cut back on smaller expenses to meet that goal. How do you keep these priorities alive in daily life? The key is regular review. At the end of each month, check if your spending aligns with the priorities you've set. This keeps everyone motivated, as you'll begin to see results over time. A practical tip: create a visible chart or spreadsheet listing your family's goals. It could be something simple, like beach vacation in 2024, or emergency fund, $10,000. This way, everyone feels involved in the process and more motivated to contribute. With your financial priorities set, you're now ready to transform your finances. In the next step, we'll build an efficient budget that balances needs, wants, and savings. With your priorities in place, it's time to shape your plan using a simple and effective method, the 503-020 rule. This approach is straightforward and works for any income level, helping you balance needs, wants, and savings without overcomplicating things. The rule is based on three main categories. 50% of your income should go to needs. These are essential, unavoidable expenses like rent, utilities, groceries, and transportation. These costs ensure the basic functioning of your life and family. If you find that more than 50% of your income is going to this category, it may be time to make adjustments, like renegotiating bills or re-evaluating fixed expenses. By following this method, you can gain clarity and control over your finances, ensuring your spending reflects your family's goals and values. Stay tuned for the next steps as we continue building a sustainable financial plan. The second category, which corresponds to 30% of your income, is dedicated to wants. This is the part of your budget that brings balance and quality of life. It includes expenses like entertainment, hobbies, gifts, and even a special dinner on the weekend. The key here is to respect this 30% limit. It's not about deprivation, but enjoying responsibly. Finally, the remaining 20% goes towards savings and investments, the cornerstone of your financial future. Start by building an emergency fund if you don't have one yet. Then, allocate this portion to investments that align with your goals, such as certificates of deposit CDs, treasury bonds, or even stock funds. Consistency in this step ensures you're prepared for unexpected situations and can work toward achieving your dreams. The best approach is to use a spreadsheet or app to divide your income into these categories as soon as it comes in. For example, if your family earns $5,000 per month, $2,500 goes to needs, $1,500 to wants, and $1,000 to savings. If you find that the proportions aren't balanced, it's time to make adjustments, such as cutting back on leisure spending or optimizing fixed expenses. The beauty of this rule lies in its simplicity. It doesn't require complex calculations, just the discipline to maintain these proportions. Over time, even small efforts, like consistently saving 20%, can lead to significant long-term results. Now that you know how to balance the present and the future with the 503020 rule, let's move on to the next step: building an emergency fund. The foundation of any solid financial plan. Having an emergency fund is like building a safety net for your family. It's the resource that protects you against unforeseen events, such as medical emergencies, unexpected car repairs, or even income loss. Without this reserve, any unplanned problem can quickly turn into a major financial crisis. But how much is enough for an emergency fund? The general recommendation is to cover 3 to 6 months of your essential expenses, depending on your family's financial stability. For example, if your monthly expenses total $4,000, your target should be between $12,000 and $24,000. This might seem like a large amount initially, but with consistency, it's entirely achievable. The key is to start small. By saving a fixed percentage of your income every month, even if it's just 5% or 10%, you're making steady progress. An emergency fund doesn't need to be built all at once. It's a goal you achieve over time with discipline. Choose a safe and accessible place to store this money. Savings accounts remain a viable option, but you might also consider investments with daily liquidity, such as CDs or treasury bonds. The most important factor is that the money is available when needed, without risk of loss. By building an emergency fund, you're laying a strong foundation for financial security. In the next steps, we'll continue refining your financial plan to ensure both stability and growth. Furthermore, it's essential to understand that an emergency fund is not savings for other goals. It should only be used in truly urgent situations. To avoid the temptation to use this money improperly, keep it separate from your day-to-day accounts. Finally, building an emergency fund brings more than just financial security, provides peace of mind. Knowing you're prepared for the unexpected reduces stress and allows you to focus on other areas of your life and budget. With an emergency fund in place, you'll have the solid foundation needed to handle any unforeseen events. In the next section, we'll emphasize the importance of taking action and how small daily steps can transform your relationship with money. Now that you're familiar with the essential steps for organizing your family budget, it's important to emphasize one crucial point. It all begins with a decision. Financial planning is not just about numbers, it's about mindset. It's about recognizing that every small step you take today can yield significant results in the future. Think about this: every dollar you save, every expense you adjust, and every goal you define are seeds you're planting. It might not seem like much at first, but over time, these small efforts create massive change. This is how you move from feeling out of control to building the financial freedom you've always wanted. And remember, it's not about being perfect. There will be challenges and adjustments to make, and that's okay. What matters is staying on track and learning from every step. After all, consistency is more powerful than speed. If you're hesitating to take the first step, remember this phrase: the best day to start was yesterday, but the second best day is today. Don't wait for tomorrow to begin transforming your life. The journey may seem long, but the impact is worth every effort. In the next and final step, we'll discuss how you can commit to this process and stay engaged with our content to ensure you're never alone on this path. Now that you have all the tools to organize your family budget, the next step is in your hands. The knowledge you've gained here will only make a difference if you decide to put it into practice. Financial planning doesn't have to be complicated. Start small, but start today. If you found this content helpful, subscribe to the channel. Here, you'll find more practical tips to transform your relationship with money. Additionally, by liking and commenting on this video, you help others access this information and take the first step toward organizing their finances. Let me know in the comments, which of these strategies will you try first? Before we wrap up, I want to leave you with an important message. Organizing your finances isn't just about money, It's about creating peace of mind for you and your family, eliminating the stress of financial surprises, and focusing on what truly matters. When you take control, you realize that money can be a tool to build security and achieve meaningful goals. Every choice you make today creates an impact for the future. Don't let the fear of making mistakes hold you back. Start with simple actions, like tracking your expenses, setting priorities, and allocating part of your income to what's essential. Over time, you'll see the results and discover that with organization, anything is possible. I want you to know that you're capable of transforming your financial reality. No matter where you're starting from, it's about committing and taking it one step at a time. And remember, you're not alone. I'm here to continue providing content to help you achieve your goals and live with greater peace of mind. It all depends on you starting now.